Hi everyone, and welcome to week 6, module 6 on micro-teaching. So let's go dive in and take a look. As we click on this first one, the module 6 overview, this just gives you a little bit. We're going to focus on actually teaching those lessons that you developed. So just remember, you can use your neighbor kids, your own kids, family, friends, grandpas, grandmas, roommates, anybody that you can just let them teach about science. So what you're going to do is the purpose for this is to have you teach in front of somebody else. And you're going to all teach out 2 lessons. And please remember, you need to ask for that permission if you're taking, if you're getting that student for that as a minor. So, okay. And just another one we're going to talk about is I want you to read this Science Alive, Connecting with Elementary Through Science Explorations. So let's go ahead and go to the first assignment. And that is Benefits of Teaching Investigative Science Exploration. And this is an article from Understanding Science Alive, and it's a study that was done. And what I would like you to do is to read that particular study and then think of it as a tutorial. I want you to develop an infographic that shows how you understand the study's purpose, the main results, and how the program impacts student learning. And please be able to make sure that you can explain it to the others that aren't in education. We kind of have our own jargon, and you want to be able to explain that to others that aren't in it. So, and make sure also those that don't understand science. So here's your instructions. Make sure you read it carefully. So break it into small portions. Think about how you could summarize each section of the article, and think how you could put that into words that for someone who has no background education. So while you're doing that, try not to use those educational common words, and keep it simple. So the next thing you need to do, step 2, is design your infographic. So these are the particular things you need to include in your infographic: the title, I'll let you read it, the purpose, the key findings, the impact, and the application. So make sure you kind of summarize that down so all can understand. And I like this part very much so. You need to use visuals and text effectively. Make sure it's clear and concise. We don't need a whole bunch of information. Encourage those use of bullet points. And just remember, look at it as a person who doesn't understand science at all. So make sure you go into that. And then your infographic should just be 1 page long, and it can be either digital or hand-drawn. I know some people prefer to do that. And then this is the rubric that you will be graded on. And we'll click on to the next assignment. This is the evaluation form that you're going to be using. This is the one that was used on your lessons, and this is the one you're going to use for peer reviews. Okay, and here's where you come into play. We're going to have you do this assignment's lesson plan 1 comments. Here's where you use that previously shown form to critique 2 of your classmates. Okay, please remember to be kind and thoughtful in your comments. That's very important. We won't learn if we don't feel comfortable. And this is the link to the form. And I'm not going to go ahead and open up here. You can do that once you get to this assignment. But please make sure you have 2 of them and do 1 for each peer. And if you're like, I'm not sure how to do this, look at this. It's an evaluation form, kind of a guide. Look for that, and you can go through that. And then also there was the link included of which peer you were assigned to. So that is what you need to do for that. And then here's your lesson plan 1, your second submission. This is the one that you need if you're actually teaching it to a person. So please make sure that you include your video and the lesson plan itself and any handouts that you may have. And then this is how you'll be evaluated. And then the last thing in week 6 is our in-class work. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at different ways to assess students. So please let me know if you have any questions over week 6. I will be happy to help.